We shift to London. Hundreds of protesters are opposing China's plans to build a quote-unquote mega embassy in the British capital. Demonstrations took place outside the Royal Mint Court, a sprawling diplomatic fortress near the Tower of London. The Royal Mint Court is where China plans to open its mega embassy. Demonstrators fear that the proposed super embassy could be used by Beijing to carry out surveillance operations. Activists and critics have accused Beijing of making the site a tool to spy and influence operations in the United Kingdom.
I believe there is no justification for this embassy being built. There is no need for a mega embassy here. I believe that this is potentially being used for transnational repression, potentially for spying, and for the harassment of dissidents.
Rights groups, local residents, people from Hong Kong, Tibet and Chinese dissidents joined forces in a show of resistance. Many of them believe that the Chinese government is allegedly using diplomatic outposts to monitor overseas critics. Hong Kongers based in the UK see this project as a direct threat. Many of them fled to Britain after China's crackdown on dissent. They fear this new Chinese mission could be used to harass and intimidate dissidents and activists.
Little bit, not one time, but yes, I think later, if still you're letting China step more, they will take you more step by step. Like an HQ to try to catch the people from in UK to back to China. So maybe here, after, if the super embassy, maybe they have more people to do the dirty job.
High-profile British politicians have also weighed in on this. They have sounded alarm that if this project is given a green light, it would be a grave mistake. Conservative lawmakers warned it would not be just a diplomatic office, but a spy hub serving the Chinese Communist Party's motives.
I think it would be a threat to all of us because we would see an increase in economic espionage, an increase in transnational repression and an increase in silencing opponents of the Chinese Communist Party. This is Britain. This isn't China. People have the right to expect freedom.
The proposed embassy site is a 20,000 square metre complex. China purchased it for $327 million in 2018. It was intending to shift its current embassy in Marylebone. However, in 2022, the plan was unanimously rejected due to security concerns. Despite the initial rejection, it got renewed attention. After Keir Starmer became the Prime Minister in 2024, Beijing again submitted an application, and Chinese President Xi Jinping reportedly raised it with him. Some British cabinet ministers, like David Lammy and Yvette Cooper, have expressed their support for the Chinese proposal. If approved, this will be China's largest embassy in Europe. In 2023, the UK government shut down several alleged secret police stations operated by China. Authorities claim that these unofficial centres were set up to carry out operations for the Chinese government. The fate of China's new venture lies in the hands of Keir Starmer's Labour government. If approved, China's diplomatic footprint in London would increase significantly. So, will the UK hold the line against a regime accused of repression and suppression?
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout the week. Hindu Mandir in we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Pretty measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually.
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote efforts. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 4.3 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.